What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 109, volume 6 of America's third favorite podcast, featuring two middle-aged, middle-class citizens working hard to set a good example for their children in this barbaric, cruel world. No, I'm not talking about the Adam Sandler movie Grown Ups. I'm talking about Big Fan. My name is Chaddies, and I'm a big fan of the last day of High Point Furniture Market. Friends who win live auction events and invite you to be part of the adventure, and air conditioning.
Well, that's very telling because my name's Hank Eimer and I'm not a big fan of your HVAC unit failing right as it starts to get warm.
Ouch.
Losing a high school baseball game in the bottom of the eighth, tied, 2 outs, full count by a grand slam.
Oh.
And last but not least, hospital coffee.
Let's start at hospital coffee here, Hank. Yes, not everyone's favorite coffee by any means.
No.
What, is everybody okay? Why are you in the hospital drinking coffee?
Yeah, so we went Sunday, we drove down to Duke because Reagan has a defibrillator.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so every 15 years or so, she's got to get it changed out. So she was 6 a.m. in the getting ready to have it extracted and one put back in. Mm-hmm. And so we went down there Sunday, came back Monday afternoon. She was feeling pretty good when we left. The doctor was asking her pain threshold. She was like a 2 out of 10, but she was riding some good pain meds.
Okay.
And when we got home, she needed some more pain meds. She struggled Monday night. She felt a lot of pain.
Sore.
And really sore because, the way that they went in was a little bit different than they usually do. The person that put it on in there first knew that she'd want to wear a dress or a bathing suit and wouldn't want to have the scar.
Yeah.
And so they went in under her arm, but it goes through breast tissue and scar tissue and muscle and all that stuff. So a little bit more painful recovery. Mm-hmm. And so she's, but this morning woke up and she's feeling pretty good. The tough thing for Reagan is stubborn, okay? And Reagan likes to do what Reagan wants to do, which is good. This is what we all do. But she's going to start feeling good in about 4 or 5 days, and they told her not to do anything for a month, right? No tennis, no working out. And so she's going to be like, nah, this is going to be a 2-week thing for me.
Yes.
So these next few weeks, pray for me.
I will. Prayer warriors go out. So she's also dealing with tennis elbow, I heard.
Well, this will give her time off.
It could.
Well, she was dealing with it, but she was just playing through it because she's tough.
Yeah.
I hear there's some people that get this the inkling of tennis elbow and have to put down the racket for a while. And I haven't seen you out there for a while. So are you okay?
I'm back. So I was.
Is it okay? Are we wearing a brace?
We're doing
what are we
okay.
doing?
No brace needed. Just so I'm just freewheeling out here.
Sometimes I see you with like that KT tape and you got like some Ben Gay on there.
Sometimes. But the thing that really worked, do you remember the organic smoke? I was building the little fire and I'd hold my elbow over it.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring the remnants of those ingredients over to your house.
Please
and
don't.
Let's let Reagan utilize these, to heal her.
She's
heal
good.
her body.
She's good. I appreciate it though.
Absolutely. So, well, good. I'm glad that she's doing okay.
Yeah, she's doing great.
So, been at Furniture Market the last 7 days.
Yeah.
So we had to postpone Big Fan last week. Down there hustling.
Yep.
So, the word
selling
printing and signage, interior signage, not to mess with any of our friends.
Okay.
Interior signage. You understand?
He does that too, but go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, so pretty beautiful as always.
Right.
Beautiful. Go down to see the showrooms. Hopefully a lot of orders written. Traffic seemed to be a little light. A lot of stuff going on in the world these days. Hank.
Right.
A lot of questions.
Sure.
Tariffs, this, that.
Best
How
market
much
ever,
is this
though.
going to cost? That's what I was going to say to you. The thing I heard the word on the street, though, is best market ever, Hank.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Always is.
So 65 years running in a row. Best market ever.
Best market ever. And
Yes.
when you go down there, obviously our community is very heavily entrenched in furniture.
Yeah.
Do you see every turn you make, it's just somebody you know?
pull in here, see somebody on the corner, what's up?
Yeah.
Then go down the street, see cats walking toward you, what's up? So and people like that I have, from high school, that have moved to other places but are in the industry. And then to my neighbor, like I'll just see my neighbor down there. So anyway, you see all kinds of Hickory folks all the time. But anyway, today was the last official day. So hopefully it went well for everybody. It went good for our company, Deluxe Printing. We got a lot of work done down there and hopefully a lot more to come following.
Okay.
Yep. And so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, Hank.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
You seem like you're a little lost for words there.
Yes. Yeah. Let's keep it going.
Okay.
All right. Best market ever.
Best market
ever. Yeah.
I got you.
All right, buddy. So you mentioned bottom of the 8th.
So
High ball game.
yes.
2 outs.
Yes. So we went down to North Lincoln on Monday.
Okay.
And so we got back from Duke. Reagan, feeling pretty rough.
Yeah.
I pumped her full of Percocets and got her laying in the bed. Somebody came over and hung out with her, and I drove down to North Lincoln. Okay. Right. So North Lincoln's one of the top 3 teams in our conference. We're going to be, 4-ish, 5-ish maybe.
I like their facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lucy Rose dances past there.
Okay.
So if you pass North Lincoln where you take the right
Yep.
and you keep on going about 3 miles, her dance studio is right up there on the left.
Okay.
And so we have gone there to play soccer before too. And it seems like a nice
Yeah,
place.
it's kind of nice.
facility.
Those newer schools can kind of
school.
spread it out a little bit.
A lot of room.
Yeah, so we went down there and we knew it was going to be a tough game. They're a good team. They're going to hit. And so they kind of got up on us early. We fought back and pulled ahead. And we made a couple errors that we shouldn't have made, and obviously put us in a position where we were tied. We may have been able to pull it out, but we were tied. And that last inning, we just get a point where it's their senior night.
Oh.
There's a ton of people there. There's a lot of emotion, and a guy just got a pitch that he had to have. It was a full count.
Oh, wow.
Had to throw a fastball because you're going to lose the game.
Right.
Bases loaded. You're going to lose the game if you walk him. Yeah. And so he had to throw a pitch that was going to be a strike, and the guy put a great swing on it and ended the game.
Was he a senior? The guy
He was not. He was a junior. I would have.
Okay. That would have been.
It would have been
incredible.
pretty amazing to leave your high school experience like that way. But it was. It's pretty devastating to. That's what I love about all sports, but baseball is kind of like momentum driven too. Sure. Like you could tell when we gave up those first few runs, we were like, this isn't going to go well. And then we clawed back and we get one hit, and then you get a walk, and then they throw it away. And next thing you know, you're in the ball game. Next thing you know, you're leading.
Everybody starts feeling better and confident. Yeah,
and then an error happens, and then you're like, oh, we're going to lose it.
Yes.
So this team's real young, and so it's I feel like these are games that maybe next year we'll be able to hold on to because we've got freshmen, sophomores, and juniors that are playing quite a bit.
And our buddy Roger told me you had a great showing in the Easter tournament, the finals, right?
Yeah, we went to the finals against AC.
Yeah, AC's pretty solid.
AC's good.
They're always good, right?
Yeah, they're a big school. I mean, they're always. And if you looked at the history of it, they've been in it quite a bit. Like in the finals, we've been in it, quite a bit, and we've played each other several times. So it's a good rivalry, but we didn't come out on top on that one.
Yeah, next year, buddy. It's always next year.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I just got off the phone before the reason I was a couple minutes late. So my daughter, as you know, was in a car accident. It's been over a month now. The car finally got transferred to the body shop where I could have told them a month ago that it was totaled, but no, they had to do all the stuff. And so now it's officially totaled. So good, right?
Fine.
Get the check. Let's move. This was finally something. Going to get the check. Been looking at cars. Blah blah blah. So,
been looking at the same price car roughly.
Because
you just got that car how long ago?
3 months ago.
Okay.
The miles that were put on it were to and from school, and one or twice a week they would carpool to dance, which is 30 minutes away, but not that many miles, Hank. So I bought it for X amount of dollars from a friend who gave me a very good deal on it to save me about $1,500. So the wreck happens. I'm assuming they're going to at least give me
close.
It's supposed to be market value. What I paid for, or maybe even more, because he knocked off that much money for me to buy the car.
Called me before you thought that, because I would have knocked you down a bit. But go ahead. Let's hear the story.
So the offer comes in today. I'm like, all right, Luce, here we go. Money. We're gonna get the check. We'll go buy a car this
Upgrade
weekend.
You girl.
Yeah, we're gonna. Who knows what we're gonna be in? Maybe a Rolls. I don't know. Maserati. So anyway, check comes in, or the offer comes in. I look at it. You know, have you ever been there when you just look at it and you think it's going to change by staring at it and it's the same number? Nothing's changing. They lowballed me so terribly. It's less than let's say $2,000 less than I originally paid, which I was supposed to get the good deal. So it's $3,500 less the market value of the car. So I called this company that are supposed to help people like me that I don't want to sign this. I want the fair market value. Yes, I want freedom. No justice. But he calls and I explained my situation to him. And this
Do you know how many phone calls this gentleman has like this a day? He's probably a pro.
Of course. And he said, I'm not going to waste your time, and you are definitely not going to waste my time. You're screwed, is basically what he said. Yeah. He said, you can get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Or the other he gave me another option. Or the other option was me file it through my insurance company. I was saying, well, sir, it was the other the guy was at fault. It's their insurance that needs to pay for this. Why am I going to file this on my insurance? And he said, because that insurance company that's paying you the check works for the guy who hit you. They don't give a heck about you. Right. He said they're not even obligated to pay me, which is crazy. Why do you have insurance? So I didn't understand that thinking, but he was like, so they got you by the short ones. So either take the deal or go get a lawyer. I was like, sir, I'm not going to get a lawyer over this vehicle that's got 180,000 miles on it. You know, I mean, that doesn't make much sense.
Right.
And he was like, well, just take the offer. And I just was sitting there shell shocked, like, what? There's nothing I can do. So now it was not her fault. She loved the car. And I'm paying a $3,000 penalty 3 months of having the car.
You're actually not paying the $3,500 penalty. The guy that was the good salesman said he gave you a $1,500 deal, okay, which he didn't, okay? So now you're $2,000 down, which she drove the car for 3 months.
Is that $2,000 worth?
It's probably $4,000.
No, you're out of your mind.
You are deranged.
You're out of your mind.
Sitting over here, I thought you were reasonable. Get you an attorney. I want to get an attorney and fight for the other guy.
I'm calling Jason White right now. Get him on the horn. But anyway, so I guess
that stinks.
Yeah, it sucks. We're gonna have to do it. I mean, now we're gonna have to come out of pocket. Everything was working. She loved the car.
Yeah.
And we bought it, no finance, just paid the cash. We're on to the next one. And now we're starting.
How long do you get that rental? That little
I got to turn the
micro machine.
Micro machine got to get turned in tomorrow.
Oh.
The Nissan Versa.
Yep. So when are you getting a car?
That I don't know, Hank.
It took you long enough to find the first one.
I know it did. So we're going to have to. Jennifer's been looking. Lucy Rose been scouring the internet. Anyway, it'll always work out. Something will pop here in the next 24 hours, but I'm going to have to take the deal.
Is she driving your car right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm driving the rental. She's driving my car. Rental goes back to the rental place tomorrow. So then, we're going to be light a car. But they have got a big dance tournament this weekend, so they're gone anyway. They're leaving tomorrow, so she won't need it for the weekend. But
Daddy like you that, doesn't he? Hey, I got an e-bike at my house if you need one. Okay, I don't think it'll make it out to Taylorsville back in my charge, but
I might take you up on that. But anyway, maybe Monday we'll be in a new vehicle. I'll keep you posted to let you, because y'all's vehicle search went. I mean, everything worked out for you perfectly.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. Yeah,
perfect.
It worked out. We actually bought it before because the vehicle kind of presented itself.
That's right.
So now we got to find Reagan a car, because we sold Reagan's car and bought a car that Harris is going to drive, and Harris has been driving it. They've been kind of like splitting it. You know what I mean? Like just to get him more familiar with it. But now we got to find Reagan a car. I know.
Never ends.
We could do it together.
Okay.
Car shopping.
Car show. Oh, that'd be fun. We'll go to the movies first. All right, let's go see. You want to go see a movie together? No. Then we'll go car shopping.
No.
Like we've talked about for decades. Yeah. Well, Hank, speaking of decades, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees were announced on Monday. All right. Yep. Some of these bands have been waiting decades to get in. Some of the bands that I thought were a shoo-in to get in didn't even get a nod. So here are the ones that did get in. Bad Company, first-time nominee, been around forever. Chubby Checker, he's been around for 50 years. First-time nominee, how can that be? How? Anyway, I still can't believe he got in with, come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. One song,
That's a bad.
But, you didn't like, okay, let me hear yours. Okay, exactly. Joe Cocker, he's in. First time nominee. Cyndi Lauper made the list. We did call her. I called that she'd make it. Outkast, first time nominee. You called them. I didn't think they would get in on their first time, but they're in. Soundgarden and the White Stripes. Sorry, can you argue? First of all, here are the people they got left out. Oasis, Black Crowes.
That one stings on you.
That one hurt because I thought that was for sure. Billy Idol didn't get in.
I can't believe Billy.
Mariah, she's on fire. She did not get in. And there were a couple other ones that didn't get as much play that didn't get in either. But you have any arguments to the people that did?
Well, the chubby checker thing, it just wasn't in my wheelhouse. So, I would say I can't really get behind that just for the simple fact that I don't know any of his music and
yes, you do know his music. He has one song.
Right.
Yeah.
But the others, Bad Company, Cyndi Lauper. I think Soundgarden's one of the best.
Yeah, they're awesome
rock bands of that era, and so I can get behind this. I can argue all of those.
Yeah. The one thing, so they're saying, who would Chubby Checker perform with on the stage? Do you know Chubby Checker did a remix to The Twist with the Fat Boys? Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay, what if the Fat Boys and Chubby Checker get on the stage, Cleveland, Ohio, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and really just turn it out, Hank? Will you love it?
Are they still alive? The Fat
Probably
Boys?
not, but we can find some subs. I'm looking at one right now, Fat Boys. But that was terrible. I should not have said that. But anyway, Chubby, everybody, congratulations. You're in. The other thing I did want to mention, they also do kind of a special other music, what was the award called? I can't recall, but
Music Influencer?
Influencer. Thank you, Hank. Yes.
Musical
Influence Award. So they gave it to Warren Zevon, which he deserves that. And surprisingly enough, Salt-N-Pepa.
Yeah.
Salt-N-Pepa. Do you think Spinderella will be there? For the
I would hope so.
I would hope Spinderella's there. Somebody got to be cutting them records off,
I
right?
know, somebody got to.
Spinderella cut it up one time.
Josh Elder will be in there cutting it up.
Yes. So anyway, that's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame update. If you guys were curious, a couple of the people we thought were going to get in, a couple didn't. So congratulations to all our new inductees.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take it from there, Hank.
Well, the big thing that I'm kind of not a big fan of, and we had no idea what each other was going to come in with.
Yeah.
Air conditioning.
All right. Air conditioning. Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Yeah. So
the new house, yours is not operating correctly.
Upstairs is it's kind of like a TV room. It's where Harris hangs out, whatever. Right. But it went out during the winter. And so I didn't feel compelled. It was always warm up there. I didn't really feel compelled to do anything.
Right.
Now it's starting to get hot. Mm-hmm. And these are the things that you just, you take for granted. You walk in your house, it's cool.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
When I got up there, I was ticked, like a hot snake. I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I just had to have air conditioning unit put in my house, which ticks me off. God, it's kind of like your car.
Just add another expense. Just add another shrimp to the bobby. It just keeps adding up, doesn't it, buddy?
It does keep adding up, and I'm not excited about it.
I'm sorry to hear that. It is good when the air conditioning is working because on a day like today, it's 88 degrees. And, we haven't had an 88 degree day in a long time since, last summer probably. But now we're in it, and I'm sweaty, Hank. All I want to say is I'm sweaty, The member golf tournament is this weekend, and they're talking about temperatures from 88 to 92. So we play 2 rounds, a Saturday and a Sunday, practice round Friday.
Saturday will be black, right? You'll wear black.
Of course, and then we wear the Chad East red on Sunday, okay. All right, to win the winter red. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So anyway, what do you put the odds at me and Jay Barefoot really making a run in this thing?
I like Jay. I'd say slim to none.
Okay, fair enough. Because we're probably going to be in this last or second to last flight. So, yeah, we maybe compete in there a little bit.
Think so?
Maybe so. If Jay's playing well.
I would think that you would have a better day. Now, listen, this is exactly opposite of everybody else on the planet, I would feel like, most people. First day, I say you get behind, okay? Second day, when everybody's not feeling so good, that's when Chatty shines. All right? That's when Chatty shines.
Sure.
If you're going to be maybe a little sleepy, little headaches, and a little cloudy,
Yes.
Chatty's is going to rush into it. So I'm going to say
Rise.
you will climb out of the ditch on Sunday,
Okay.
but just not
enough.
not far enough.
Just not enough.
No, but you'll have fun.
Yeah, it shall be a blast. So, if you win your flight, then you go and compete against all the other flight winners in the championship flight, all of them together.
Is this at Springs or
Yes,
is
it's
this
at the Springs. So it should be a very, very good time. And as I mentioned, my family's going to be dancing, So remember, dancing, nobody at the house except me. This could be interesting. It could be an interesting weekend.
Nobody wants to hear about aliens. Don't talk about it.
No,
don't do it.
Not aliens. I'm just saying it'll be fun. Just me and Koa. Speaking of Koa, he has this terrible infection on his foot. He's been wearing a cone for 2 weeks. One of the saddest things known to man is when your dog has to wear a cone and they give you that look like, please get this cone off my head. Yeah. You know what look I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
So we finally took his cone off last night, and because we walk around the block, he's been so shy. He don't want to see his dog. He don't want to let his dog friend see him with the cone on. So he's kind of keeping his head down. Well, yesterday after we took the cone off, took him around the neighborhood, that dude had his chest out so wide and his head held so high. He was so proud that cone was gone. So proud. Proud of you, Koa. So me and Koa this weekend holding down the fort.
Okay, so what is the timing of this golf tournament? Like when does it start Saturday? Nothing Friday.
Well, practice round, and they do a par 3 if you want to enter it to kind of just get people out there Friday. Yes. So we'll do probably practice round Friday afternoon at 3. Probably won't do the par 3. Just go home and get a good night's sleep.
So we're going to go ahead and say no work Friday.
No, I mean, it doesn't start till 3.
Well, you're going to prepare for okay.
Whatever. So after the round, go home and get a very good night's sleep.
That's not happening.
And then Saturday, 8:30 is when breakfast starts, and the first tee time's at 9. And then it's 27 on Saturday.
27.
9, yep. And then 18 on Sunday. And then if you advance, then you got to play the extra holes.
Whew.
It's a heck of a weekend. So
When are your girls getting back?
they'll be back Sunday at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was just hopeful that you'll have somebody there for guardrails on Sunday.
Be fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. I might call you.
Don't call me.
Hank, need you over here, buddy.
I think I'm pressure washing this weekend.
Oh,
you don't
gosh,
want to see me.
I don't want any part of that. No, sir. No, sir. So other exciting things this weekend. Kentucky Derby is this weekend.
That's this weekend?
Can you believe
it always sneaks up on me.
Doesn't it? I mean, it's like it's the first weekend of May, which it is the first weekend of May this weekend, Hank. I mean, this year is flying by. So Kentucky Derby, we have 20 entries. I'm sure that we'll maybe put a shekel or two on one of these big underdogs, but I think they're having a party. Salt Block, maybe?
Yeah. The one that they used to always have?
Yeah, the one they used to have. So that'll be a lot of fun. And also a very important day this weekend is Olivia's 20th birthday.
When is that? This weekend?
May the 2nd. Yes. So
is she staying down? When does she come home from school?
her exams in the following week, and then she's going to stay down there and hang out for a little bit, then come back to Hickory probably toward the latter part of May for a little while. But she's going to be in Columbia the majority of the summer doing her research project and all that stuff. Yeah. But she'll be back and forth. So anyway, I'll be anxious to have her back.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yes, Olivia. Happy birthday. May the 2nd.
She called earlier.
She did. So I'll call her back here shortly after this podcast. And the other thing that's pretty exciting, the men's side of the tennis team here in Hickory has nothing to do with this, but all the women's teams are going to states. They clinched on Monday. Did you hear about this?
No.
Women's, all of them clinch. Dudes, none of us even won a match. Whoa.
If we win 4 out of the 5 matches tonight, we go to states.
Oh, so y'all are alive.
Yes. Don't take us out of this.
If you win 4 out of the 5 matches, well, that's impossible. Y'all haven't done that in 20 years. What is the match?
We have 3 wins this year.
Okay. Is the match in Hickory? Where's the match? At home?
Lake Hickory. Come out.
I will be there. Yes. What time? 6:30?
30. Yeah.
And you're playing?
Of course I'm playing.
Okay.
Starting lineup, baby.
Starting lineup? Are you playing singles?
I'm a doubles guy.
Okay. Yes. Gotcha.
doubles guy.
I will be out there for sure. I mean, if you get this thing done, Hickory men's have not sent a states team in a while. It's been a long, and Team Tiny Fist hadn't been there ever, have they?
No.
Wow. Amazing. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So women's, but all of them.
I mean,
every
all
one
the
of them.
girls, every single one of them, they're going, which is amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So kudos to women's tennis here in
work.
Hickory. Men, let's get better. Let's be better. Right?
be better.
Yeah. All right, Hank, anything else we need to talk about today, buddy? Oh, I got one more thing before. Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to, the names will remain anonymous. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but so to play in the member, normally you have somebody say, hey, man, do you want to play in the member with me? Just like a member guest.
Sure.
And then typically they would say yes or no, blah, blah, blah. Well, I said no, was asked to play because I knew it was dance season and I thought that we'd be out dancing. Well,
Which you are.
Which we are. However, again, it's a way where only the mamas got the rooms, and so no daddies could stay because it's all the mamas and the kids. So one of our friends, again, who will remain anonymous, says, hey, Chad, you want to play in this thing? I said, no, man, I can't. Got dance. And so I said, Jennifer, we got dance that weekend. She was like, yeah, however, it's all the mamas going. If you want to play, go play. So I said, hey, buddy, I'm in. He sends me a text back. It's 9:30 at night, maybe even pushing 10 on a Saturday. And I said, we're in, buddy. And he was like, yeah, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait, blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks later, this is a week before the member, which was last week. I get a call from another buddy, and he said, hey, Chad, are you playing member? If not, will you play with me? I was like, man, I'm sorry. Thanks for the invite, but I'm playing with such and such. And he was like, no, you're not. And I was like, what do you mean? No, I'm not. And he was like, because I just got off the phone with him because he had asked me to play before and then called me to say, hey, my daughter's graduated from college. I'm out. And I was like, dude, this makes no sense. So you're telling me the same guy who asked me to play and was very pumped up about it asked you to play too, but now he's backing out. And so
It hasn't told you.
it hasn't told me. And he was like, that's exactly what I'm telling you. So anyway, what a fiasco. So I called the gentleman and I was like, man, I just heard the weirdest news. You and I are playing member next week. Well, I just heard maybe something has changed because you had asked somebody else to play and now your daughter's graduating. So you're not even going to be here to play anyway. So I guess me and this other gentleman who were supposed to play with you, we'll just play together. And you know what his response was?
What?
That was the plan all along. That's what he said. He didn't take responsibility for anything. He just said, that was the plan all along. I wanted you guys to get together to play, so I set it up that
After
way.
we get off this podcast, I want 3 chances to figure out who these
You'll
gentlemen
nail
are.
it in one. It's guaranteed. But anyway, it's so funny. And the dude that forgot is a hilarious guy. I mean,
Yeah.
it fits his personality perfect. But when I reminded him, I said, here are the texts that you sent me. He said, I sent those. Didn't even remember sending them.
That's amazing.
So, which is just so wonderful to the story. But anyway, I look forward to playing with Mr. Barefoot. Should be a great time. Jeremy and Todd are playing. Bradley and John, all kinds of folks. I don't know if CJ or any of those guys are playing.
No. I heard, speaking of Bradley,
Yeah.
I heard there was a Bradley appearance last night at tennis clinic.
You're out of your mind.
No.
Wow.
No, I
Good for him.
heard he was out there.
Yeah.
I was glad to see him out there because he was a tennis player in high school.
He was very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember him playing tennis in high school. So
Yeah.
good to see him. I think that he's going to ramp up and be a good player.
He'll be a good addition to our team for sure. He'll probably be on a lot lower level than we are, way lower. Anyway, it'll be
He
good.
has some obstacles. I think the person that I talked to said that word, obstacles.
Obstacles, really?
Yeah, I think there's some obstacles.
Anyway,
for
and
him.
actually, Jeff Osborne, there was a sighting that he was going to be, I thought that he was going to be out there, but he's moved it to next week. So he's going to start clinicking Tuesday nights too.
That's going to be amazing.
That'll be awesome.
It'll
Awesome.
be amazing.
Before I leave you too, I forgot to mention something about on my fan of friends winning some auction, and then
Oh, yeah.
you invited you to be a part of it. So we have a friend who's a big Virginia Tech guy, huge, been to a couple basketball games with him, and months ago he entered in this auction to buy tickets. You know how Virginia Tech in the football games, Metallica, Enter Sandman is the song. They
Very electric.
it's incredible. It lights up the whole stadium.
Yeah.
It just energizes them.
Yep.
Well, Metallica is actually going to be playing Lane Stadium next Wednesday. I mean, one time in a lifetime show. When would Metallica go play Virginia Tech Stadium? Never, right?
Never.
But they're doing it next Wednesday. So I get a call from this fine gentleman, a Virginia Tech alumni, number one tennis player there for a while. Badass dude. He said, "Hey, dude, you're a music fan? Metallica's playing Lane Stadium. Do you want to go?" I said, "Brother, sign me up."
Put me on the.
So we are going next Wednesday. Metallica, Lane Stadium,
Are you-
Blacksburg, Virginia.
The least you could do is it the two of you? The least you could do.
4 of us.
The least you could do is drive.
No, I cannot do that. I can't. I'm in the rental car, man. I can't get everybody in the rental
You're
car.
the rental car tomorrow.
I know, but then I have to get another rental cars. But anyway, so I think we've got a driver, so it's going to work out okay. I am going to get the hotel room for everybody.
Are we staying up there? Okay.
I'll spend the night up there. So I think we're going to be leaving Hickory. The show starts at 6 or 7 in Blacksburg. We'll leave Hickory around 1, 2 o'clock. Get up there. Let's pregame a little bit, wine, cheese, the heavy hors d'oeuvres, and then pop into the stadium. Concert starts at 7. It'll probably end at 10. And then let's go see what Blacksburg's all about.
Yeah.
Let's go paint the
You
town
get ready to
orange.
go out.
Let's go paint the town orange.
I bet you the alum would know where to go.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
It's got to be same feel.
Every time I've been up there with him before, he's taken us all kinds of awesome places. So it'll be fun. Yeah.
I can only imagine how much trouble you guys can get into.
Should I wear the Bruno Mars outfit to a Metallica show?
It's going to be a little hot. It'll be
all right.
It'll be a little hot.
I'll put up with it.
I envision you in a hat, and it's going to be crooked, and
Yeah.
you're going to have sunglasses on, and
Yeah.
it's going to be black outside.
Yes.
And
Fair.
people
So-
are going to wonder what's wrong with that guy.
It's midnight. His sunglasses are still on. But hey, this is just how we rock it, buddy. Well, Hank, I can't wait for next week. It should be a blast. And this weekend should be wonderful. This weekend, you're going to be pressure washing, which is always a good time with your son. Will he contribute? Will he help? Will he be out there?
Pressure washing?
Pressure washing.
He'll do, pressure washing is a funny thing because, you get too close to a piece of wood or, fabric and you end up blowing
Yes.
it up.
Right.
And so listen, 15-year-old boys, good intentions, just poor execution usually.
Sure.
So I'm probably going to make him do some heavy lifting, moving stuff around while I'm doing it.
Right.
But he ain't going to grab the hose and be working on it.
I
so
got you.
he's going to have to contribute to
Sure.
the process.
Well, man, if you need any help, you've got my number. Just don't call me.
Just don't call me.
Do not call me.
I know where you'll be, and I guarantee you'll call me for a ride somewhere.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, so just a little information on the Derby Party for all you Hickory folks. It is Saturday, May the 3rd, 5 to 9 at the Salt Block. I guess they're probably doing it maybe outside. Oh, they've got the Extraordinaires playing music. Should be a fine
Mint juleps?
event. Yeah, mint juleps. Also, the best dress contest. You can win all kinds of prizes.
I remember the first year there was a gentleman here in town that had a blazer that had roses all over. Do you remember that?
I do remember. Yes.
It was magnificent.
I do remember
I don't
that.
know where else you wear that blazer.
That's the only
But-
time of the year you'd wear it would be to the Derby Party.
to the Derby Party.
Yeah.
Yes. And
There's-
hats.
Lots of hats. And so the other thing is our friend Kit is in charge of taking all the fun little wagers that you can do and to a fundraiser for the Salt Block Foundation. So make sure you go check out Kit over there, get you a horse, and have a big time at the Saturday, May 3rd Derby Party.
Didn't
here
you
in
MC
Hickory.
that one time? Or
So I've emceed it a couple times, and then we set up the betting part, me and Kit, for like 5 years. Yes, so it's been a lot of fun.
you're going to be missed.
Yes. Yes. Maybe I'll leave the golf tournament and then go straight to the Derby Party.
I would not advise that.
I'll put a hat on and, my finest gear.
I would not
Okay,
advise that.
probably not.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, all right, to our listening audience. Oh, one more important thing that our producer is just always on top of things. Hickory FC, second season, kicks off the year on Saturday. Is that this Saturday?
It says May 10th.
That says May 10th. Okay. So not this Saturday. The following Saturday. Yeah, I swear. Actually, I know they have a game because I'm printing all the tickets. So I'm pretty sure they have a game. He's checking it out right now. Bear with us.
This is if you print the
May 3rd.
Okay.
Oh, it's a friendly. It is a friendly, Hank, okay?
All right.
So kind of like a prelim, which will be awesome. And it is in Hickory. So anyway, yeah, so much stuff going on here.
Yeah, we also have
in
the
H-Town.
Hum coming up. The
Yes.
Hum's going to have their schedule for the summer, which is also always a good one.
And I think their first event is May 17th. Yes, it is. And it's the Fleetwood Mac cover band, which we've heard a million times. They're really good. The rest of their schedule, you kick off in June 14th. You've got The Journey and The Foreigner. It's called the Rev On. It's that experience. They've played in Hickory before. And then on July 12th, we've got the Tom Petty tribute, The Wildflowers. They are awesome. We listened to them last year. So anyway, it kicks off at the Hum May 17th. Get your tickets now.
Always a lot to do here.
Yeah.
Like, especially this time of year, because like LR right now, like LR's baseball team is amazing. And they are going into the postseason.
They're like 40-3 or something.
There's
stupid.
a guy on that team that's hit 455. I mean, he's getting a hit virtually every other at bat. He's had 22 home runs.
Wow.
They're a ton of fun to watch. Softball's there's good. Crawdads are playing.
That's right.
You know, they have the downtown, the farmers market. We got
Sales on the Square starts on Friday night too.
Yeah, we just got a ton of stuff going on right now, which is really
lucky.
cool.
Very, very fortunate to live in such a wonderful town like Hickory, North Carolina. And Hank, it's wonderful to have a good friend like you. Good luck tonight.
I appreciate you going to be there, right?
I will come to support you guys for sure. I'll be there. Support. Yes, I'll be rooting you on.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, good luck to you and the team.
Appreciate it. You guys don't have any?
We have a match tomorrow.
Are you in the lineup?
I'm in the lineup, yes.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am in the lineup.
You're not in the lineup. I can tell in your face.
I promise you, I'll show it to you after this, but I'm playing with Boo. Yes.
Okay.
Line 2. Line 2.
Line 4.
Line 2. So anyway, thank you to our wonderful audience. Thank you to our producer, Moose, who keeps the ball rolling here in the studio. And we will come check you out for the next big fan in approximately 2 weeks. Until then, peace.
Excitable boy, they all said. Excitable boy. Well, he's just an excitable boy.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.